This is absolutely incredible. This is Assetto Corsa Rally on the Steam Deck, and it runs really well whilst looking amazing. Probably one of the nicest looking games on the Steam Deck at this point in time. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what's so incredible about this, what to expect from Assetto Corsa Rally on the Steam Deck, and also tell you my settings for getting this to both look really good and run really nicely on the Steam Deck. But first of all, you need to remember to subscribe so you can then unsubscribe when you disagree with what I say. Click the like button if you enjoy sim racing content, and as always, a massive thank you to all our channel members, sponsors, supporters and Patreon members. Really appreciate it. Your support allows us to do what we do here, which at the moment is produce 4,000 Assetto Corsa Rally videos. First things first, bloody hell, look at the grass, look at the trees. And look how like playable this is. You will find with this, the load times are a little bit slow, but once you've got it loaded up, it's perfectly fine. And with the Steam Deck, you have the ability to obviously just push the off button and turn it back on. So if you have to do that sort of pause, jump in, play, that portable gaming type play, it actually works quite well with this game. And then what you might also notice is that we are having to run this at quite a low resolution and then take advantage of frame generation and upscaling in order to get the smooth performance out of this. I will also say what we're doing as well is on the Steam Deck, we are running the Steam Deck at a frame limit of 60 FPS and 60 Hertz, and then in the game we found that running the graphics on 30 FPS with VSync off and then the upscaling with frame gen from 70% and FSR scaling at 80% ended up getting us the best quality results. If the frame rate gets stuttery and can't even do the 30 FPS, you can keep reducing the resolution scale even further. But I found with FSR 3, 2x frame generation, 30 FPS in the game, 60 on the Steam Deck, you actually get a really consistent and smooth gameplay that is perfectly playable. Though, I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to our 5090 sim rig with a direct drive wheel, but you can actually really drive this, really appreciate the physics, go through the environments, and you can actually we managed to get a silver time with the vintage Mini, so you can actually play it and actually play through the objectives and missions that are in the game. And you can also really enjoy just sliding the cars around, and I was really surprised how drivable a lot of them are with a gamepad in this title. It really actually blew my mind. I would stay away from the modern cars at this point in time though, and I would probably stay away from the tarmac as that's a bit tricky right now. But in terms of the dirt driving, even with the default gamepad settings, you can just jump in and drive the cars and have a fun time sliding them around, and as I say, doing the objectives and just doing that whole rally thing. Now, where Supernova Games could improve this, I think on the input side, the joystick smoothing and the joystick input really isn't that good. I say, especially on the tarmac stage, if you're using a joystick, you'll find that you'll keep accidentally flicking the cars. They really could do with some better sort of smoothing algorithm on the joystick, so you can have more precise input, like initial faster input, but then smoother at high speed and speed sensitive input. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Obviously this is an early access game though, so I think those kind of things will probably come at a later date. And obviously I don't think they really designed this to be a Steam Deck game. It's kind of just accidental that this works so well on the Steam Deck. We ain't making that, off the cliff we go. Oh, look, we're back on the... Oh, no, that's not even the road. Yeah, so they obviously didn't design this to work on the Steam Deck, and so it's probably not top priority. But as an early access first outing for £20, if you wanted a rally game to play on your Steam Deck, or you even just wanted a realistic sim to play on your Steam Deck, I don't think you can really go wrong with this. we're going to kill him. And I'll go so far as to say that this is probably the best looking game on the Steam Deck. Like, especially when it comes to trees and grass and then getting the frame rate. On the Steam Deck, I've been playing a lot of Subway Simulator 2, pretending to be a German subway driver. And that's in Unreal Engine as well, but I think it might be Unreal 4. And in that, I can barely get like 25 FPS, and that's just a subway train. And also the upscaling is monstrous. Whereas on this, as I say, I was sat in bed playing this for 2 hours last night, after having live streamed it on my PC, and I was like, actually, this is really, really quite good. Obviously, there's artifacting, obviously there's frame gen stuff, obviously there's upscaling, but what really just blows my mind is the quality that you can have in your pocket. I am old, and my reference to sort of handheld colour gaming goes back to the Game Boy Color and the Sega Game Gear. Even more impressive as well, this doesn't eat 6 AA batteries in 30 minutes. This you can play this for hours before having to even plug it into a charger. I mean, that's mind-blowing in and of itself. But, yeah.
All in all, absolutely phenomenal stuff. My mind is blown by this kind of thing. And obviously, this game is going to come out on console, and you can tell that because the user interface on this works so well with a gamepad. Like the way that you can navigate all the options and the menus using the shoulder pads and everything. It's obviously a game that's going to be a cross-platform title. Maybe not in early access, but at a later date. But if you've got a Steam Deck, you can basically get the console experience right away. Now, I would say as well, though the gamepad input by default isn't the best, and hopefully it's something they fix in the future, because this is a Steam Deck and a Steam controller, we should be able to make a custom input profiler which will allow us to get better joystick control. If I get time, I will make that, and it will be shared in the community controller profile, so that should help make the input a bit better for you guys. But all in all, if you've got a Steam Deck and you wanted a bloody good rally game, Assetto Corsa Rally, early access, keep that in mind, but it's one to pick up and one to warm your hands with. I'll put an affiliate link to the game in the description or the top comment if you want to pick it up with that. It might even be discounted on that link. But other than that, thanks for watching. Happy tea drinking, happy rally driving. Till the next one, take care and goodbye.